North Hollywood just woke up to a scene straight out of a movie, except this was real. And it was ICE. 20 plus people taken down in front of a Home Depot, cameras rolling, witnesses stunned. And this was only the first spark because what happened next set off celebrities, protests, and some of the wildest conspiracy theories I've heard.
More breaking news to tell you about tonight. Another sting, this time outside a Home Depot in North Hollywood. Good evening once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Carolyn Johnson. Michael is off. Witnesses tell us federal agents detained as many as 20 people, including day laborers. A vigil is set to begin in the next half an hour in response. NBC4's Tracy Leong live in North Hollywood now with the details. Tracy.
Yeah, Carolyn and Colleen, according to the National Day Labor Organizing Network, also known as Endalon, at least 20 people were detained outside in this parking lot in front of the Home Depot this morning. We do have video we want to show you. This was shared by a witness who was here and saw this all unfold. You can see what appears to be a person detained being walked through the lot by a federal agent. Then a car pulls up, and that person is placed inside. This happened around 9:30 this morning. You can see in the cell phone video federal agents that appear to be armed standing next to their truck as people are gathering video. And there's also what appears to be protesters standing outside on the other side of this fence. As these immigration operations continue, especially at local Home Depots, some leaders are calling for more transparency. Today, a group of congressional leaders were able to see the conditions detainees face at the detention center in downtown LA. They say it was concerning they weren't allowed to take photos or videos inside and were required to give a 7-day advance notice. A lawsuit is underway to restore lawmakers' rights for these unannounced visits.
So this raised more questions than it answered. And I just have to say, I'm deeply disturbed by what I saw and what I heard.
They wouldn't let us talk to any of the detainees. They took our phones and wouldn't let us take a picture.
We have to keep going because we have to get the message out.
We reached out to the Department of Homeland Security about what happened here in this parking lot this morning. We have not yet heard back. Again, Endalon is planning a vigil just outside this parking lot at 5:30 tonight. Reporting live in North Hollywood, Tracy Leong, NBC4 News.
Happy birthday, dear PK.
Wow. That video wasn't supposed to pop up. But you're looking at Monday morning, August 11th. NBC confirms at least 20 people arrested right outside of this North Hollywood Home Depot. Eyewitnesses say ICE rode in fast, boxed the area, and within minutes had vans loading up. And remember, these weren't quiet arrests. This was broad daylight in front of dozens of shoppers. This is the tone ICE is setting right now. Now, with this video on the screen right here, it's definitely something we can check out in the next ICE video or the next. I got another video already loaded up, so in the next couple of ones, so y'all stay tuned. And while that seems, or while this scene seems to be unfolding, here, another debate was blown up online, this time featuring Superman himself. Literally.
Finish my sentence, please. Let me finish my sentence, please. Denigrating somebody because they're doing this because of what they used to do or what they do, or whether they're an actor or a writer or a newscaster is ridiculous. It's an ad hominem attack. It's wrong. And there's been over 100,000 people who have put in applications for ICE. So clearly there is a desire for people to step up and serve this country.
Dean, if you show up at someone's, you said on Fox that you'd be that you would, if they sent you in, you'd be happy to jump out of a truck and go apprehend people. So if you show up at the door of someone's home as an ICE agent, which you're an ICE agent now, do you know what rights they have? I'm not an ICE agent yet. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you are an untrained former actor. You are an untrained former actor. I am a former actor. I'm a former professional football player too. So when I run down my resume, I mean, so it's stupid. I'm just telling a fact. You're an untrained actor. Denigrate it as though it's something negative. You denigrate it like it's something negative. Like you know what you're saying. So quit trying to gloss over it. It's ridiculous. It was snarky and it was stupid. I'm telling you why it's negative. You don't know the job. You don't know the job. That's why it's negative. It's nothing. You don't know that I don't know the job. You're just assuming. You didn't. Did you know I was a law enforcement officer? I just asked you, do you know what migrants' rights are? If you show up to someone's house as an ICE agent, do you know what rights they have? Do you know?
Have all the due process rights of anybody in this country.
Okay. So do you need a warrant signed by a judge to apprehend somebody?
This is ridiculous. I'm not a sworn ICE agent yet.
Dean Cain. Yes, we know. Former Superman. He isn't just talking from the sidelines, as we've learned. He's got actual sheriff's deputy experience and says he's ready to put on a nice jacket and start serving warrants. But watch how quick, well, you've seen how quick, rather, Tim Miller jumps to test him on migrant rights. And here's the thing. Miller tried to frame Cain as untrained, but, I feel like Cain, his back with the fact that ICE does train every recruit, and he says he hasn't been trained yet. And over 100,000 people have applied. So the real question is, are we debating qualifications or just trying to shame anyone willing to enforce the law? That's what the real question becomes. And if you think that was heated, wait until you hear what Hollywood, who in Hollywood rather came for ICE next.
It hurts because, it's all kind of different situations been going around,
ICE don't like ICE?
As far as immigration. But to see people like disrespected like that and, the federal government just, being too heavy-handed and disrespectful, going to churches and weddings and, grabbing people out of those schools. And, it's like, come on, man. Y'all just...
Because there's a way to do it, right?
Overdoing it, and then the country flip-flops. First it's cool, then it's not, then it's cool, then it's not. It's like, how could somebody even keep up with what's going on? So it's sad, man.
You just keep up with what's going on. It's quite simple. I totally understand it. It ain't for everybody, but if you're paying attention and you're following the stories, it's not hard. You'll be able to see right between the BS.
It's sad, man. I can't wait till this period is over. It's like, I don't know how we're going to get to the end, but this is just, it's crazy to see people dragged out of the spots of refuge,
Now, once it's over, there's going to be a lot to clean up for the next guy.
Well, yeah. And then, like, everything is empty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because when you do that you do that to so-called people who are what they call illegal. And now you get the people who legal don't want to come out because they don't want to deal with your ass either.
Right.
So, everybody's staying home. So
I'm legal and I don't want to come out.
Yeah, thank you, because you don't want nobody to come hassle you or even want to look at your license and your shit.
Passport,
it's like,
right? Because now they're just grabbing because of the skin color.
Exactly. So,
and that right there is the framing of the MSNBCs and the CNNs and the Jasmine Crockett's. That is them framed, because again, we've reviewed videos of people who are not black or brown being deported. That is a lie.
So nobody's safe, man. And they don't care who they grab. Really, they don't care who they grab.
They don't.
It's sad.
Elderly, kids, women, children, doesn't matter.
Everybody. It's like they come in and disrespect everybody and want to traumatize people.
100%.
That's part of it too. They want to traumatize the ones that's looking, not just the ones that's being. It's a whole tactic that's been using forever.
Great tactic.
And it's played out.
Great tactic, bro. What the hell are you talking about, Ice Cube? Seriously. That was nothing but ignorance, bro. Oh, man, they just disrespecting. Bro, they was doing the same shit under the previous administration, the other administration before that, and so on. What are you talking about? Yeah, Obama did this, bro. I'm not saying that you was just a big Obama fan, but I'm just saying, come on. When it was happening with them, y'all had nothing to say. Nothing. Yeah, man, you can see Ice Cube in full-on frustration mode. Calls ICE pretty much heavy-handed, saying ICE raids churches and weddings and schools and traumatize the communities. But here's what's missing from the picture. ISIS primary targets are criminal illegals, okay? People with convictions, fugitives or final deportation orders. But Hollywood rarely makes that distinction because outrage plays way better on camera. And let's be honest, if those 20 arrested in North Hollywood were all model citizens, I'm pretty sure you'll be hearing names, ages, and life stories by now. Some documentaries. Instead, crickets. But this next clip, it isn't just outrage. It's a conspiracy theory that takes the whole thing to a new level of bizarre.
The only group that he's actually after is black people. That's why he's deporting Latinos, because who's going to work in the fields now? With black female unemployment rate reaching an all-time high. He literally said, he was like, they were on a farm and he was talking about farmer responsibility. As in people could live on these farms with these farmers and they could just build property on the land and people could live here and work on the fields. Does that not sound familiar? Make America Great Again is bringing back slavery.
Trump expected black people to fill in those positions that the illegal immigrants or the immigrants were doing in the fields. I could tell you, Mr. President, that is not fucking happening.
Let me ask y'all something.
We are not going back in the field.
Why are y'all okay with anybody being in fields if they were slaves? Like, why was it? Oh, this is my problem with Democrats, right? Like, why is this outrage now? So y'all okay with anybody being in the field as long as it's not black people? Because it's slavery. Man, she just said deporting illegal immigrants is secretly about putting the black Americans back in the fields. But let's shut that down. The U.S. outlawed slavery in 1865, I believe. Immigration enforcement isn't tied to race. ICE arrests people from over 150 countries every year. Farmers, they aren't looking for forced labor. They're looking for legal workers to protect themselves from liability. But here's why this gets traction online. It mixes genuine unemployment concerns with false history, creating narratives that feels urgent, even if it was built on sand. Now, compare that fear-mongering with this next clip. A political outsider offering a deal that flips the script entirely.
Illegals, the Democrats are not your friends. They have rebranded slavery, using you as cheap labor since the day that slavery was abolished. I know you may see me as your enemy, but I'm fighting for my Nevadans and Americans the way that your leaders should have fought for you. Democrats have used you and then deported more of you under Barack Obama than any other president in history, and that's the truth. And they're offering you $1,000 to self-deport and come back the right way for a true chance to be part of the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. We are not your enemy. Immigrants are not bad, but breaking the laws in the name of compassion sets a precedent for lawlessness,
Boom.
and I will not allow that.
Boom.
When you return legally, you will have the same protections and opportunities as lawful immigrants have, including one day the option of citizenship when you've proven yourself. We must be honest. We must heal, and we must rebuild this nation so that we can once again offer the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Together as Nevadans and Americans, we will make America great again for all Americans.
Amen to that.
Vote Winterhawk. A W for Nevadans, a win for the American people in the 2026 Nevada's gubernatorial governors election.
Matthew Winterhawk, first time hearing of him, but he's running for Nevada governor. They offered 1,000-ton documented immigrants to leave and re-enter legally. Whether you like it or not, that's a PR grenade to be able to run behind that. Part financial incentive, part law and order statement. He also points out that Democrats have used illegal labor for decades, which, whether you agree or not, is a narrative that resonates with working class voters who feel undercut by cheap off the books labor. And while politicians and celebrities fire shots at these, in the media rather, the streets tell their own story.
An 8-mile human chain stretched down High Street from Worthington to downtown Columbus today, a show of solidarity and peace connecting people of all ages and all backgrounds. Thanks for being with us this evening. For NBC4 at 6, I'm Kyle Beachy. Organizers say this demonstration today...
I'm sorry, bro, but that's your name. Okay, cool. But it sounded like you read his. Anytime he says last name, it sounds like he's saying it wrong. Like
organizers say this demonstration today not a stand against any one issue, but welcomed anyone who feels isolated by our government's actions. Honked and people cheered as they passed by. Over an 8-mile stretch, the demonstrators put down their signs and held hands for a moment of silence at 3 o'clock this afternoon. One of the organizers, Maxine Irvin, says the Trump administration's actions on immigration are a major reason for the protest, but everyone involved has a different reason for showing up.
Everyone has different reasons why they are unhappy. We're just all out here together to show our dissatisfaction and to join together and hold hands to make a statement that we see what's going on and we want change.
Our crew out there today did not see any counter-protesters along High Street this afternoon. That peaceful assembly was not part of a nationwide effort and was locally organized.
8 miles of linked arms in Ohio, y'all. 8 miles. No counter-protests. All locally organized. It's not just political theater. That's grassroots passion. These folks weren't just holding signs. They stopped traffic, made noise, and created a visual the media had to cover. Yeah, just foolery out here. I don't understand it, man. Every time I see this type of stuff, it's just wild. This behavior is just incredible to me. Like, you guys really sat out there and linked arms and decided this was how you're going to somehow rally against ICE. North Hollywood rage, celebrity outrage, celebrity theories, and nationwide protests all in 48 hours. Immigration is no longer just a policy debate, y'all. It's a cultural lightning rod, rather. Question is, who's really shaping the narrative? Law enforcement, the media, is it the streets? I don't know. But y'all let me know in the comments. ICE is doing this job. But do y'all think they're doing their job, or do y'all think they're heavy-handed? As they keep saying, right? Anywho, 4X Club, y'all know y'all about to get y'all shout-outs, man. Shout-out to William Minas. 5387, Kicking Deer 56, William again, Kicking Deer again, Donna Granham 1613, Carol Fisher 2907, Barbara Bass 688, and how you say this? Equestrian Women. Look, man, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.